The Thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
A very pleasant good morning, racing fans, and welcome here to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. This past weekend, those coveted Derby points, last chance to get them. We'll go down, we'll start the show by going down to Arkansas, the Grade 1 Arkansas Derby at Oaklawn Park. Our local race of the week will actually take us to Keeneland. John Service's youngest son, Tyler, was saddling his first horse of his career, Wentz.
Yeah, it just happened to be a rather well-known name for a well-known horse.
How would Tyler make out down at Keeneland? Also from Keeneland to Lexington, and the magnificent Winx was making her career finale. She's going to be gone, Dick?
Nah, she should never be gone. I love Winx.
With the pressure of that last race, get her beat. We'll have that coming up here in just a little bit. Hi, everybody. Keith Jones down on the beautiful first floor here at Parks Racing with my friend Dick Girardi. And Dick, we start the show today with some news that we knew was coming.
Right.
Well, it came, and we knew what it was.
Yeah, I got a call from Chuck Zackney on Monday, and he announced what we kind of knew was coming, that unfortunately Maximus Mischief is going to be retired. Look, they could have waited some months, and maybe he could have overcome these soft tissue injuries involving tendons and ligaments. But even in that unlikely possibility, he was probably not going to be able to come back to the same form. And they're just saying, look, this was a spectacular horse. Why take any chances? So he's going to be retired. Chuck is looking hopefully to get a stallion situation for sometime next year. And he's going to be one of your classic what-if horses, Keith, that we've seen so many times. Look, you and I watched his workouts out here. We all saw his races. Nothing about him was untrue. It was real. It was there. But unfortunately, we just didn't get to see it here in 2019.
And a terrific physical specimen, and a son of Into Mischief, who's such a highly regarded sire. So the bloodline, let's see how well they can do in the breeding show.
Yeah, I thought he had as perfect a stride on any horse that I've seen, and that would include some of the really good recent horses. And we've said it all along, he was the best prospect from here since Marty Jones. And we just wanted him to get a chance, and unfortunately, because of the injury, just never did.
Well, Dick, let's get to some racing coverage now. We're going to start down at Oaklawn Park with the Grade 1 Arkansas Derby. Now, we're down to the last bit of the Derby preps, and of course, to get to the Derby now, it's the points. Now, Dick, they changed the system not too long ago to get the Derby points. So, and now that you've seen it play out over the past number of years, what do you think about the system?
I thought they've done a great job with it. What they're trying to do is the last races are the most important.
Right.
So, and if you win or finish second in any of these final preps, the 100-point races, you're going to be in the race. And those are the horses you want in the race, the horses that are doing good right before the Derby. So I have no problem. I can't think of a single horse who's not been in the Derby because of this point system that should have been in there, where we had some issues prior to that where you would keep some horses out.
Well, again, 100 points to the winners, so it's
they're in. And the favorites here both need to run well to get in.
Exactly. So let's take a look at it. There's also $1 million purse on the line here at 9 furlongs at Oaklawn Park. And Dick, the two favorites are pretty much hooking up here. It's Omaha Beach and Improbable in Omaha Beach. Very interesting horse out of the Dick Mandela barn. The breeding said turf.
Yes.
They tried that as a 2-year-old. That didn't go so well.
Yeah, he ran okay, but he couldn't win.
Yeah.
And then they switched him to the dirt, and he started in the slop. He runs out the TV set. He starts to run big numbers. Mandel says, whoa, I got something here. And then remember, he was going to try to run him into San Felipe. That didn't happen.
Right.
So they had to wait a week. They ran him in the Arkansas Dirt, or in the Rebel, the division of the Rebel. He wins, and Mandel, whoa, everybody says, this is a legitimate horse. And Mike Smith is riding, and Mike said before the race, man, I hope I have to make a decision after this race, because that means he's going to have to run well. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yes, we will talk about that in just a minute. The other horse to talk about here is Improbable. Now you get 8-5 on Omaha Beach. Improbable is 9-5. And Dick, he was in the other division of the Rebel Stakes, and he got caught late in his 3-year-old debut.
He did get caught. I gave him an excuse in the fact that they couldn't train him. He was a late addition to the Rebel. They were going to try to run him into San Felipe. Blinkers on. I've been watching his workouts. Right. It's a little strange. You're not quite sure what's happening with Improbable. Jose Ortiz for the first time.
Right.
Certainly this is a horse that's been highly touted. He ran on the Breeders' Cup undercard on Friday last year, and a really, really good friend of mine, a good gambler, bet him that morning to win the Derby at 125 to 1. So he is really rooting for Improbable to run 1-2 here so he can get in the starting gate.
This was a good race.
Yes, it was.
Let's go take a look at the Arkansas Derby.
They're off. Improbable broke flawlessly, but not as fast as One Flew South, who goes for the front. Jersey Agenda and Long Range Toddy. Gray Attempt will break fourth. Then Omaha Beach. Improbable is midfield alongside Tickvin Flew. Galilean and Country House are next, then Six Shooter, and the early trailer is Laughing Fox. To the backstretch they run in the 83rd Arkansas Derby, and long shot One Flew South is the leader. Now Omaha Beach is moving up, and Mike Smith with a ground attack of Omaha Beach to the outside, and here he comes all the way up to take over the lead from One Flew South in second. Jersey Agenda and 58-year-old John Court on Long Range Toddy are fourth and 2 from the front. Gray Attempt has 3 lengths to make up. Improbable will lose ground going into the far turn. From his rail post position, he'll do no better than 3 wide. However, he is on the move, and here's Improbable all the way up within a length of the lead. Galilean has 5 to close. Then comes Country House 4 wide. Tickvin Flew, Laughing Fox, and the trailer is Six Shooter, and Omaha Beach and Improbable are 1-2 as they run towards the top of the stretch in the Arkansas Derby. Omaha Beach, 3/4 of a length. Improbable attacks on the outside, and these two have sprinted 3 lengths clear of Long Range Toddy. Then comes Laughing Fox, Omaha Beach. Improbable in second. Omaha Beach is now a length in front. Improbable gonna try him one more time. Omaha Beach, Improbable to the outside. Omaha Beach just won't let him by yet. Improbable second. Omaha Beach, yes!
Well, the Arkansas Derby goes to Omaha Beach, so he wins both the Rebel and the Arkansas Derby. And Dick Mandela, Mike Smith teaming up here, get $5.40 to win. Wins by a length. Improbable was second. So they run 1-2. They get the Derby points. They're both going to be heading to Kentucky. Dick, I thought this was an interestingly run race. Mike Smith makes an early move with Omaha Beach, and then Ortiz follows with an early move, and they end up running 1-2.
Yeah, I think the theory was, look, we got the best horse. Why fool around? We're on the 2 best horses, and I think Jose knew who he had to beat. And that's kind of Mike's move anymore. He likes when he's got a horse with speed. He doesn't want to get in any kind of trouble. That's why Omaha Beach, does he not look like a classic 21st century Kentucky Derby horse? The kind of horse that has speed to get position, can move, and then when a really good horse like Improbable makes a move at him, just can't get by. Look, our friend Rick Porter owns this horse. He names a lot of his horses after World War II battles or people or something. And Rick has been so close to winning the Derby 2 different times. Man, wouldn't it be awesome to see him get there? And Dick Mandela's a guy who's won everything, but is never really a factor in the Triple Crown races. And Mike Smith had a decision to make after this race.
And he's made it.
Yeah, because he was also riding Roadster for Bob Baffert, who just happens to be the trainer who put him on the Triple Crown winner last year. Everybody's like, well, he'll stay with Baffert. He'll ride Omaha Beach because he thinks Omaha Beach is the better horse. It's just that simple. And you know what?
That's great stuff.
So do I. I think he made the right call, like he often does. And it was musical jockeys all weekend. Right after these races, Jose Ortiz rides Improbable in the Arkansas Derby. His brother, Irad, will ride Improbable in the Kentucky Derby because Jose decided to stay with Tacitus for Belmont, who won the Wood Memorial. And boy, all these jockeys are sitting there. Man, I hope I made the right decision.
Well, Dick, let's get to our first break. We come back here on Let's Go Racing. We talked about the big health fair.
Yes.
And that was just this past week.
Indeed.
And the Let's Go Racing cameras were there to talk about that when we come back after this.
Right now, when it comes down to it, health is one of the most important things.
Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate Tomasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. No markup, no management fees makes our partnerships unique and affordable. We are Pewter Stable.
What does Chapman's 7 locations and 10 car brands mean to you? It means a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles, all makes and models, many one-owner low mileage certified with miles of factory warranty remaining. Safety checked, meticulously detailed, and each come with a free Carfax report so you can buy with complete confidence at any Chapman Auto store near you. Or shop online anytime at ChapmanPreowned.com.
If our emblem is not on your car or truck, you probably did pay too much.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. It's time for our feature segment this week, and as we talked about going into the break, the health fair.
Yes,
Little
indeed.
Dr. Risen with the free health care on the backstretch, the big health fair that they just offered. And Dick, again, the PTHA just does a terrific job of taking care of the people that work so hard in so many different aspects on that backstretch.
I've been around racetracks all around the country, and nobody does it better than Parks. And remember that first story I did for the Let's Go Racing Parks website on trainer Roger Brown, who won an award. He basically said, without the health insurance I got here from the PTHA, I might not have made it. So that tells you all you need to know.
And anybody who got a free screening, and there were any number of screens they were eligible for that incredible bicycle that they had here, which is a serious mode of transportation to the backstretch. Absolutely. Let's get more on the health fair.
The PTHA, I couldn't be more proud to be a part of such an awesome company. Everyone here works together so well, and everyone here has done so much to help set this up and really make it a success. So if it wasn't for the teamwork, it wouldn't make the dream work, I guess.
The folks up here, they work really hard 365 days a year. They're taking care of the horses. We also have the office staff that are helping to take care of them. So we really find it that it's important that they get information about their health and well-being.
I took a ride down the backstretch about 19 or 20 years ago, and my mouth dropped. There was an actual community here, a community of hardworking, dedicated men and women, dedicated to the glorious sport of horse racing and the glorious animal that I've loved since I was 7 years old. This means a lot that we can give back. This will be the first annual, and as long as all of us have breath to give and legs to move us, this will be the first of many.
I think it's great, you know, because not a lot of people that live on the track really get the opportunity to come out and really get checked on by, you know, real doctors and stuff.
I think this is great because for the first time I see like they care about people around here who, you know, we love horses, we all care about horses, but it seems like they don't forget about us, so that is great.
And of course, special thanks going to Amanda Kate Lindsay, who coordinated the whole thing. Of course, Dr. Risen Services there. So really a tip of the cap to those people. Time to get to our racing coverage. It's brought to you by Chapman Auto Group. Unless our emblem is on the back of your car or truck, you probably paid too much. And Dick, sometimes on our local race of the week, we take a little, as Inspector Clouseau say, a little licence. We take some license, and we're going to go down to Keeneland this time for our local race of the week. Tyler Service, who is a name that we've known since he was a little guy, is now a trainer saddling his first horse named Wentz.
And it happened to be at Keeneland where he's watching over Jaywalk, and it was a week ago, like 8 days ago now, on a Friday. Race 6, Wentz is in against a 3-5 shot, and Wentz is going to run rather well for Mr. Tyler Service.
3-5, huh?
Yes.
So Wentz is not the favorite.
Not the favorite.
Think Tyler was excited?
He was very excited, and he should be.
Yeah, well, let's get a look at Tyler Service's debut at Keeneland.
They're off. Curate bounds right out of the gate, right to the early lead. Wentz going to go with him, though, to the inside. There's Wentz moving up now to take the lead by a half length. Curate on the outside, second by 2. He Hate Me moves up the inside third. Hot Shot Kid is in fourth. Ballandine fifth to the far outside, and Smart Remark 5 lengths off the lead in sixth. Wentz opens up on a 2-length lead. Curate goes second at the entry to the far turn. He Hate Me looks to the inside. Hot Shot Kid, Ballandine, Smart Remark at the back. 22.38 seconds. The time for the opening quarter. And and Wentz is the leader. Wentz leads it by 2 lengths. Curate second by 3. He Hate Me toward the inside, third by 3 lengths. And then Hot Shot Kid, who's not responding to urging yet. Smart Remark Ballandine at the back, quarter mile out. Let's see if Curate can do something with Wentz. He Hate Me would like to have something to say. Swings to the far outside, still third. 4 lengths off the lead. Curate strides forward to challenge Wentz now. Final furlong, and Curate puts ahead in front, and Wentz tries to respond. These two go at it, coming to the 16th pole. Long way back to He Hate Me in third. Wentz not giving up. Wentz coming back for a short lead. Curate still trying. Wentz, Curate at the line. Photo for the win.
Well, Dick, if you're going to win the first race of your career, this is a pretty exciting way to do it. By a slimmest of nostrils, Wentz gets the nod. Tyler is now 1 for 1. And I mean, what a great story.
Yeah, I texted John after the race. I said, John, he's undefeated. What's up with you? you lose a lot. You lose a lot of races, but it's a great story because I mean, we see remember the pictures of Tyler that Bruce got 15 years ago as a little kid around Smarty Jones. Now he's a grown man and he's winning races at Keene.
Well, we have more on the big race and Tyler from our friends at TVG.
What a battle down the stretch, though. Just take me through what you were thinking.
When he got out of there, he had to rush him a little bit, so I was a little worried. And the 9 was sitting pretty easy the whole time, and he swung up pretty easy as well at the top of the stretch. And he needed to do his running, but once Joel set him down, he responded.
Before they posted the number, you were walking down here with a big smile on your face. So even if it was a second, you were still proud of that effort with your first starter?
Either way. I mean, he ran his eyeballs out, and you can't be disappointed with that.
What does that mean to you, though, to have your first starter sent out in your own name a winner?
It's a blessing. Again, I just got to thank everybody who supported me and everybody who's been behind me, and it's great.
You were very humble. I see a big, bright career for you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And our thanks to our friends at TVG. And again, congratulations to Tyler. And Dick, it's time to take some international coverage now. We're going to head back down under to Australia. And we have watched her here on the show before. Winx, she is just absolutely... I mean, I'm kind of out of superlatives to describe this horse. 32 victories in a row and has 24 Group 1 wins. And Dick, this is going to be her swan song. They're going to retire her after this race.
Yeah, I guess there's just no other worlds to conquer in Australia, and they chose not to take her anywhere else, which is fine by me. I don't really care. I love to watch her run. I'll miss watching her run, but yeah, she's going for 33 in a row, and to improve her record to go for a 26th Group 1.
Now, Dick, you're her jockey. Do you think you think you're nervous at this one?
I would be a little nervous. It'd be like Mike Smith on Zenyatta, right? You're trying to end a perfect career. It's hard to go. She's not having a perfect career, by the way. She did lose some races earlier in her career, but she had lost it like a long time.
Well, there was a lot of excitement at Randwick. You can hear it throughout the course of the race. And here is the finale for Winx.
And there's Winx, one off the fence now. Has He's Eminent in a pocket back on the fence. Then came Shillelagh and Dance, 10 off the leaders last. It's the big roughie, Masker Time in front of the 1200. Out by 2 lengths on Harlem. Hartnell with a great run third, 2 after Happy Clapper. Then came Kluger, 3/4 the outside Winx. Very relaxed in the run. Bowman sitting very quiet. He's Eminent back. McDonald just easing back a little bit. It looks as though he's trying to find a way out off the fence. Then came Shillelagh and Dance last. No surprises yet. They've got 900 to run. Masker Time a length clear from Harlem. Then Hartnell, Happy Clapper. Now he starts the run on Winx. He's starting to move forward, just shading Kluger. Then He's Eminent still positioned back on the inside of Shillelagh and Dance coming to the turn. The roughing Masker Time 2 lengths clear. Hartnell goes to second, giving chase. Now Happy Clapper and Winx is rounding them up. Coming right around the field. Kluger takes an inside run. She's gone for home already, Winx. She beats off Hartnell. Kluger going up the inside. Happy Clapper can't go on. Winx is 2 lengths clear. Kluger sticks on. Then came Hartnell, but she's well clear, Winx, inside the final 100 metres. Today we farewell an Australian icon, the greatest of all time. Winx wins a third. Queen Elizabeth beats Kluger.
Well, Dick, going into the race, you used the word breathtaking. It was breathtaking.
Indeed.
When she moved with tremendous authority toward the front, and she is just going. It's hard to describe the beauty when you watch her run. It's so fluid, so effortless. And now she's done.
Yeah, no, she's spectacular in every way. Look, I've heard the critics, well, she didn't race here, she didn't race there. Well, look, here's the reality. American Pharoah didn't go to England to run or Australia. And typically, that's not what happened. It was great that we got enabled to come to the Breeders' Cup, the ARC winner. Would I love to see her run against an able Winks? Of course, it would be great to see. We'd all like to see that, but it takes nothing away from what she's done. I don't care where you're racing. And Australia has big-time racing. 33 in a row, 26 Group 1s. She'll be in every Hall of Fame there is for horse racing. Winks is one of a kind.
Well, you talked about the stride of Maximus Mischief down at the early part of the show.
Beautiful.
But, I mean, her stride was just fluid.
Absolutely. And that's when you can tell, and if you've watched enough horse races, you can tell the difference between the horses that are smooth and the horses that are just trying to get through the race.
And Winks is our tip, I mean, the all-time great.
No
Winks.
question.
Absolutely. Dick, let's get to some coverage from Oaklawn Park. Now we're going to take a look at the Grade 1 Apple Blossom. Fillies and mares running for how about $750,000.
Yep.
And Dick, we haven't had a chance to talk about a Monomoy girl this year yet, and before, because we're going to talk about Midnight Bisou, but she hasn't had a chance to get out. She had some colic issues.
She did. They were planning to run her just shortly, but now she's going to have some time because she did have colic issues. So the champ, hopefully, we'll get her back later in the season.
Well, Midnight Bisou is going to be 4-5 here for trainer Steve Asmussen. She's 2 for 2 here in 2019. And without Monomoy girl, she is really pretty much at the top of the division.
She is. It's her and Elite, who also is getting bet here at 6-5. But yeah, those are really the two without Monomoy girl around.
I think this is 1 mile and 1/16. When you talk about Elite, a lot of times you talk about horses, you know, can they go this far? Can they go this far? Is that too short for her?
Yeah, I mean, look, I watched her win the Del Cap at 1.25 miles off a long layoff from November to July. So yeah, maybe she does need a little longer.
Great stretch run of the Apple Blossom. Here's the call.
Wonder Gadot, very aggressive to the backstretch of the 55th Apple Blossom, and she leads by a solid 4 lengths from Escape Clause and Longshot Viva Forever. Elate is at the rail. She's 4th now in the blue and white and about 4 from the front. Midnight Bisou clocks her just to the outside. Midnight Bisou has 4.5 to make up, and the trailer is Chocolate Martini. There's a half mile left to run. Wonder Gadot now only leads 3/4 of a length as Escape Clause, the 20-time winner, comes to take her on. Elate is going to stay at the rail. Meanwhile, Midnight Bisou has chosen a 3-wide path, and Midnight Bisou is running up within a length of the lead, and right now she's getting the jump on Elate. New leader at the quarter pole, Escape Clause, but Midnight Bisou comes after her, and now Elate is shifted off the fence and 2 from the front. Escape Clause at the rail, Midnight Bisou to the outside. Escape Clause is still in front past the furlong marker. Midnight Bisou is second. Elate is 3 back in third. This is down to Escape Clause or Midnight Bisou, and Midnight Bisou puts her head in front. Escape Clause is running her heart out at the rail. Midnight Bisou, Escape Clause coming back. Midnight Bisou.
Well, Dickie, Elate is not involved in this photo. It's Midnight Bisou and Escape Clause, who you'll tell us about in just a minute. Midnight Bisou does get the nod, wins it by a nose, and pays $3.80 to win. She is now 3 for 3. But Dick, she was not beating chopped liver. This Escape Clause is a heck of a horse.
Yeah, came into the race 20 for 30.
20.
You don't see that every day. But yeah, Midnight Bisou's had a great start to her 2019 3 for 3 for Steve Asmussen. She was the official winner, obviously, of the Cotillion last year with the DQ of Monomoy Girl. And Mike Smith just seems to find his way onto all the right horses. I think he had a nice weekend at Hot Springs last weekend.
Grade 1 action.
Arkansas Derby one day and the Apple Blossom the next. Mike Smith is, I mean, he's like ageless. He just keeps getting better.
That was his 7th Apple Blossom victory. You think that's just, it's hard to fathom.
Well, he's been riding like forever.
Yes. Dick, let's get to our next break. We come back here on Let's Go Racing, the jockey and trainers of the week, and more action to take a look at. And we'll also preview the Charlestown Classic. Interesting horse going in the Charlestown Classic. We'll have that when we come back after this.
He's a winner. He's a champion. He's an icon. He's a legend. And now he's back in Pennsylvania. Smarty Jones, Kentucky Derby winner, Preakness Stakes winner, standing at Equistar in Annville, Pennsylvania. The quintessential Pennsylvania bred has returned. Smarty Jones is back home. Please call Rodney Eckenrode or visit EquistarTrainingAndBreeding.com.
Amazing achievements for Pennsylvania breds on the world stage. Thanks to Finest City, Unique Bella, and Shamrock Rose, PA joins Kentucky as the only state in the past decade to breed Eclipse Award champions 3 straight years. Add that to our unmatched incentives. Plus, our Racehorse Development Fund can only be used to support PA breeding and racing. Why breed anywhere else? This is Brian Sanfratello. Go to PABred.com and see why Pennsylvania is the premier place to breed and race.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. Time for a Jockey and Trainer of the Week, brought to you by the good folks at Turning for Home. Log on to their website at turningforhome.org. And Dick, I think he was tired of being down in the jockey standings, because this week some guy named Frankie Pennington had a 4-win day. He had a 2-win day. He had another 2-win day. So he's starting to rack them up in a hurry.
Is anybody surprised?
Yeah, really. our trainers of the week are trainer Pat Farrow and Mike Pino. Mike was off to a little bit of a slow start when you look at the standings.
Yes.
He started it up. He had a triple this past week.
Yeah, he's too good. You know he was going to start winning.
They are our trainer and jockey of the week. Dick, let's get to race recap. And Dick, we're going to go back down to Keeneland to take a look at the Grade 3 Lexington. It's the 3-year-olds at 1 mile and 1/16 for a $200,000 purse. Number 4, Another Twist of Fate. The 7-5 choice for trainer Blaine Wright. But Dick, number 8, Owendale. Look at this move on the far turn.
Yeah, this is some powerful race here for this Brad Cox horse, and just rolls by this field. Gets a 98 buyer. Wow. There were a lot of connections in here trying to get their horses Derby points. Right. Nobody got them, but Owendale was really good. He won't be in the Derby, but this is a good horse.
And he makes a big run into a slow pace and draws out $27.40 to win. And it's also the Grade 3 Ben Ally, also from Keeneland. And a couple of weeks on the show, remember we had part of the owner of Bourbon War, Pasquale Dellin Gentonio, and he was also a part owner of this Bourbon Resolution. It was 18-1. Look at this one.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a blowout win coming from third early, wins by 4.5 lengths, 96 buyer at 18-1. Now, Bourbon War did not make the Derby because of points. I know that was a big disappointment, but getting in a winner's circle for the Ben Ali had to be pretty cool.
$38.60 to win. A nice payoff for those who backed that one. Dick, eye on racing. I mentioned the Charlestown Classic. How about our friend Discreet Lover?
Discreet Lover was up in New York trying to win a couple weeks ago. That didn't work out, but this is a rather large purse for our man Uriah St. Louis. Let's see how he does.
Diamond King is also in the field. How about that?
Yeah. Oh, man, speaking of local horses.
So we'll have that on the show next week. Time to head to our final break. News and notes. Wrap it up after this.
Racehorses are pampered,
treated with care, and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
and they do right by us.
the hard-working folks
who proudly earn our living
in Pennsylvania's horse racing
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
But it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs.
Jobs, and billions in economic impact each year.
All across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. The final segment, it's News and Notes. It's brought to you by Pewter Stable. Log on to their website at pewterstable.com. Become an owner today. Bruce Casella, Dick Girardi, Keith Jones, and you mentioned the Jockey Shuffle for the Kentucky Derby earlier on the show. Well, you know what? I wouldn't mind riding Roadster. He's kind of pretty good. Who's going to get the nod?
Well, Florent Giroux's going to get the nod.
For Baffert?
Yeah, typically he doesn't ride horses for Baffert, but remember Restoring Hope?
Yes.
The horse that set the illegal moving screen at the start of the Belmont Stakes? Maybe this is a little payback for Florent, who took some heat that day. We'll put you on Roadster. Nobody wants to ride the Baffert horses all of a sudden, except Joel Rosario. He's staying with Game Winner, last year's 2-year-old champ.
The call for the offensive foul.
Bob brings the big 3 to Churchill Downs.
Well, come out and enjoy the races here at Parks, and we'll see you next week on Let's Go Racing.